Hello, everyone. Good Saturday evening to everyone. Yeah, today we've got more, I think, NECC. I think NECC, maybe, I don't know. But it's Clark University Red on the blue side here versus Florida Tech. And today, unfortunately, I am solo. So, yeah. Excuse me if I make any pauses, probably catching my breath and thinking a bit, but we've already had the draft go through. So now they're just going to pick an order here, and I'm liking what Clark University here have pulled out. We'll see in just a bit here. Especially their bot lane. When we see their bot lane, you'll see it's going to be very interesting. But some standard stuff from the side of Florida Tech. The Yasuo for Dipanator and the Xin Zhao for Reset. Probably their most played champions so far this season. And on the side of Clark University, they have a very, very strong top side. Sion, just a very, very strong top laner. Pretty much infinitely scaling in terms of HP. You have Gragas, who, honestly, how is that champion not nerfed? Had not been nerfed for, like, the past 7 patches. That champion has been broken for the past 7 patches. And, unfortunately, it's not getting nerfed anytime soon. So, Gragas, very, very strong champion. Just so much damage, very high AP ratios, so much sustain, so much CC. He pretty much offers everything. Engage, peel, damage, everything that you can imagine from a jungler. Good ganks as well. But here's what's going to get interesting. Milio Kog'Maw in the bot lane for Clark Red. Now, this patch, Kog'Maw was buffed. I don't know exactly what buffs he did receive, but this is going to be interesting. I kind of like the combo as well, right? Kog'Maw, when he does his W, he's going to be gaining a little bit extra range. And Milio, on top of that, does give Kog'Maw more range with his W, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be interesting to see. And also like the burn as well that you get from the Milio passive with Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw will be able to shred through Florida Tech's team. Unless, of course, there's a wind wall in his face, then, then you can't really do that because the wind wall is there. But very, very bold move from Uzi here to pick the Vex versus Fungus Dongus. Usually, Vex is banned, permanently banned against Fungus Dongus here in the mid lane. But this time, Clark Red, they had a plan. They just wanted to pick the Vex, and Fungus Dongus, I think he got last pick, so he got Red 5th pick, so he's able to counter it with the Orianna. And looking at both team comps here, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, on the side of Clark Red, you have a lot of team fight power with Gragas. I mean, all their champions can team fight as well. Like, they can get in there. Gragas and Vex can really get in there. Kog'Maw and Milio more prefer like a front to back team fight, and so does Sion. But Gragas and Vex are going to be able to dive into the side of Florida Tech. But when you have a champion like Xayah, who is like just one of the best ADCs at surviving like full burst engage with her Featherstorm, it might be a little bit difficult, but Gragas is very, 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 very annoying to play against, especially when he has flash up. If Gragas has flash up in a fight and you're playing ADC, you're pretty much dead, unfortunately. So yeah, that's just how it goes. But Xin Zhao for Reset again in the jungle. It can be kind of annoying to play Xin Zhao versus Gragas, I feel like. Mostly because Gragas, like, he doesn't have to do anything. If Xin Zhao wants to engage, Gragas can just stand in his team and then just press E, and then you're just dead. There's nothing you can do about that. But Florida Tech do have some range as well. They've got the Orianna with them, and the Shockwave with the Yasuo ults. Can be a big, very, very nice combo. Yeah, Yasuo this game has some good knockups that he could use to get his ult off. He's got the Xin Zhao. He's got even the Blitzcrank knockup as well, and even the Orianna ults. So yeah, both team comps have a lot of scaling to them. I think Clark University's team comp is just insane scaling from the Kog'Maw and especially the Sion as well. Let's not forget the absurd amount of HP Sion gets in the late game. And yeah, we'll just see. We'll have to see. Interesting to see what Jono will do with the Blitzcrank, though, because the past couple times he's played Blitzcrank, he's hit some very, very nice hooks. Maybe, like the thing about Kog'Maw is that Kog'Maw will just, like, has surprising amount of damage in the lane. Just so much hybrid damage in the percent HP shield, or HP shred, sorry, or HP, I think it's just HP damage that's converted to magic, or something like that. It's just some weird Riot Games number magic where they just make every champion deal every type of damage in the game for fun. But yeah, we'll see how this game goes, and taking a little quick break before we get into game. Welcome back, everyone. We're now actually in game here, and very interesting. We saw in the bot lane, this Scion has a little bit of a cheese plan for Florida Tech here. What will he do? I mean, he has the Q charged up, and it's going to land on both of them. The Milio as well going on. Both are forced to flash away. Kog'Maw pops his Ghost, and off of that, both flashes gone. And Scion was to be back into the top lane. And that's just a massive advantage for Clark University in the bot lane here. Fungustung is getting traded on in mid lane. Electrocute procced. And I see it. I kind of understand what Clark's game plan is here. They had Gragas start the Raptors, and then Gragas is pathing bot lane here. Or he's going to get level 3s pathing bot side, so maybe they can even look for a dive with no flashes on Instinct and on Jono. And it seems as if that's exactly what he wants to do. He's posturing towards this bot side river. Or sorry, the bot side of the bush, and looks like Reset as well, looking for a level 3 of his own here onto mid lane. But Uzi does have the fear. He's gonna get feared up. Uzi may have to be forced to flash away. Reset flashing after him, and they're gonna give the kill to Fungustung. Yes, great from him in the mid lane getting a kill here. But look, Pizza the Cat still waiting in the bot lane. Maybe. I mean, this bot lane play has to work, right? They have no flashes. If this doesn't work, Reset knows that that Pizza the Cat is not on his top side, so. Maybe Florida Tech knows that Gragas is down here, but it doesn't seem like it. They're kind of walking up. Pizza the Cat is very patient. I mean, it's very good if he's able to kill them here. Ooh, the hook. Not sure if that's a hook that you wanted to land. And Gragas here flashing in onto Jono. Jono, he has no flash. He's probably going to go down. Instinct is going to be forced to Ghost away. Oh, Instinct go down as well? Oh, yeah, he will. And it looks like, oh, Pizza the Cat, he does go down to the tower in the end. And it's going to be a double kill for Kog'Maw. Pizza the Cat is rewarded for his patience, just sitting in that bot river, or sorry, in that bot bush for what seems like pretty much a minute after taking his camps. But I like that game plan coming out from Clark, having the Scion cheese to get their flashes, and then the Gragas pathing down straight for that. But you know, off of that, will Reset be able to punish the Gragas, grab some of his camps on the top side? I mean, off of that, you're putting the Scion weak side and giving your Kog'Maw ahead, which is, you know, that's not even a bad trade. And here, Uzi, you have to be careful because Reset is here, but Gragas is also here. Uzi dodging away. Uzi, maybe. The Hail of Blades doing so much. Fungustung is going to have to be careful here. Gragas has no flash, though. Reset wisely standing in front to block the Gragas body slam. So, just a little bit of shenanigans in the 2v2 in mid lane here. And like I said, I mean, Scion is able to do this because you don't mind Scion being behind, right? Like, Scion is still going to be that beefy tank frontliner that you want in teamfights. Actually, Fungustung is flashing on here on Uzi. Uzi has to be careful here. The auto attack is going to be able to hit, but the minions are doing so much damage to Fungustung. Fungustung is leveling up. But the level up for the HP was not enough, and Fungustung, after taking all that minion aggro, will go down. And Pizza, he's going to lose his blue buff as well. Vision just being cleared out here in the tri-bush. Yeah, and here's the thing about junglers, like, this is what you have to do against junglers that just permanently gank. You have to try to punish them. And good on Dipanator as well to, he got that ward off. I think he's got his wave shoved in. He was able to get that ward on the blue buff to give Reset more, you know, he was able to give Reset more information. And off of that, Reset will grab all of Pizza's camps on the top side, but it's not even that bad. I mean, Pizza the Cat, he doesn't care. Take all my camps. My Kog'Maw is 2-0, and Kog'Maw is going to be an absolute beast with this Milio. First dragon coming up here. It's kind of hard for Gragas to solo the dragon without help of his bot lane. He doesn't have that massive, or he doesn't have like pretty good DPS. He kind of has like just bursts of combos. And look, Fungustung is going up there to contest the wave versus Uzi. Uzi is trying to get this wave shoved in, but Fungustung is not allowing him to, and Pizza the Cat knows it. Pizza the Cat is trying to help out his mid laner here, but I think the wave does crash. You know, Dipanator going on to the Scion here, Gru. I mean, the Gru is just chilling in the top lane, man. He's playing Scion. Doesn't matter how many times he dies, he'll be chilling. Ooh, Dipanator. Scion coming in. Dipanator forced to flash away. I heard Gru still has flash. Maybe gonna flash the last breath here. Ooh, never mind. No flash for him. And Dipanator will grab a solo kill in the top lane. And I heard Gru can hopefully collect the wave with the Scion passive. Okay, he got half the wave there, but he's down so much farm, and he's going to lose even more now. But he's Scion, so he's chilling. He's got his plated steel caps. Reset. Backed. Got his Iron Spike Whip. Pizza the Cat here spotted on some vision. Maybe they can go for a little dragon sneak. Would probably need the Kog'Maw to help you with that, but looks like there's going to be content with this the wave state in bot lane here. You know, just grabbing free farm from themselves, making the wave on their side of the map or on this side of the lane. If you can always do that in the bot lane, it's very, very nice to always have the wave, or in any lane actually, to have the wave on your side like that. Perfect. Like it's not exactly like a full freeze, but it does you know, avert potential ganks in place from the enemy team, and you know, it just makes it harder for the enemy laner to walk up, because if he walks up, he doesn't know if their jungler's there, right? So just some lane and minion mechanics, and looks like Florida Tech here. They're gonna move their bot lane up with the Xin Zhao, and they're gonna start up this Ocean Dragon. They're gonna have plenty and enough damage to do this. Yeah, I don't think that Pizza the Cat. Yeah, he's gonna body slam over the wall. It's gonna be a free first dragon for Florida Tech here. Ocean Dragon picked up for them. Not too shabby, not too shabby getting that Ocean Dragon. It's not something as powerful as like an Infernal Dragon. Ooh, Fungus here. Dipanator as well. Already has his last breath back up, and Dipanator maybe gonna kill him. And that was very... I didn't even see... I mean, to be honest, I wasn't looking at the mini-map there, but the Shockwave and Dipanator, the range on the Yasuo ult was able to catch him. And Dipanator will grab a kill for himself, and Uzi also flashed from that as well. So, Florida Tech with that kill in mid lane and the Vex ult used. Will they go for this Herald? I mean, it is possible that Reset grabs this Herald for them. And it looks like, yeah, Pizza the Cat looking for something on bot lane here, but look, they all have flashes. Pizza the Cat, he has the E-Flash. He's getting E-Flash onto Jono, but Jono does have to flash. The Kog'Maw is sweeping under tower as well. Kog'Maw, he flashes out of the Xayah route. That is so well played from Zoom. If Zoom didn't flash there, probably would have died. The route under the tower from Xayah. And I mean, Pizza the Cat, he was desperate to make that play work, and it actually does not even that bad. I mean, Kog'Maw is so far up ahead on Instinct here, and forcing out Instinct's flash again. Very, very good. Ooh, Dipanator. And I mean, yeah, Pizza the Cat is again in the bot lane here. He has to be careful. He's just sitting bot lane. Vex is here though, in the river, but she has no ult, so she can't really, you know, she has to get into the actual lane before she can get that roam off. Well, I grew might have to be careful here. Dipanator has the wave shoved in, and Reset is also taking that Gromp. And the nice thing about counter jungling is that you know exactly when to counter jungle again, because you got the timers. You kill the thing, but it looks like Reset and Pizza the Cat actually are gonna find yourself here. Reset. Did he get it? You got the big wolf. He did. And Pizza the Cat, I mean, he does ding level 6. The Vex ult is available if he wants to. You have to be careful here. It's actually gonna go in. Reset. Remember, they do have the Yasuo ult and the Orianna ult again. So, Dipanator doing very well here, roaming into to play alongside this Orianna. It's pretty much like an easy setup. It's like you pretty much almost have Gragas Yasuo at this point, where, well, I mean, it's not like guaranteed like Gragas, but yeah, actually, wait a minute, Fungus, if he had hit that, or if he had landed that Q a little bit better, Dipanator could have maybe followed up. Oh, he's gonna land on Pizza the Cat. Pizza the Cat has to be careful here. Pizza the Cat has no flash. The Gragas ult will go down. Pizza the Cat. Maybe he'll fall here. Yep, he will. Vex is gonna go onto Dipanator, but Reset is here. So is Jono, and Pizza the Cat will drop in the mid lane, and Florida Tech. Fungus is doing very, very well in this game, and I like their game plan as well, you know. Dipanator and Fungus have been coordinating these plays where Dipanator gets the wave in top lane, he comes mid lane, Fungus gets the shockwave, and then the guy's dead. I mean, Pizza the Cat, no flash there because he used it in the bot lane, kill instinct, or well, they didn't kill instinct, but you know, getting the Kog'Maw very far ahead. So the one potential issue that you can have with Kog'Maw here is that if an Orianna ult does land when she is this strong, with a Yasuo ult as well, it can be very, very, very problematic. But I mean, you do have the Milio ult, so actually, I don't know if Milio ult cleanses the Yasuo. Does it? I'll have to think about that. But Dipanator does have the shield bow picked up now. I've actually never seen that Milio skin as well. What even? It's the... Oh my... why can't I think of it? It's the fairy one. Fairy... Yeah, that's what it is. Fairy Court Milio. It looks like Gragas is again in bot lane here. Instinct. He's going to be forced to use the Feather Storm, and there is no Gragas ults. But, I mean, Pizza the Cat, whenever he goes bot lane, he just gets something off of instinct. Flash, he's gotten Flash twice, he's got the Ghost. Now he's got the Feather Storm. And, I mean... Kog'Maw, building towards Blade of the Ruin King, I think, as well. Yep. Gragas for the Night Harvester, pretty standard all around, and... Dragon coming up here. I don't know which one it is. Am I blind? Do I see it somewhere on the screen? No, I do not. But yeah. The completed mythics on the side of Florida Tech are going to be very, very nice in this fight. You got the Gore Drinker on Xin Zhao. Luden's on Orianna is so much damage. I mean, look at the item differential in mid lane. Luden's versus... it feels so bad. Not having last chapter in lane as a mage just feels so bad. You just have no access to mana. Well, obviously she has the TP, but maybe they can look for something in the bot lane here. Instinct with no Feather Storm and no Flash. His Flash is barely coming up. Look, the Vexel is not going to hit. It's going to get on the minion. And Jono warding away the Kog'Maw. And Reset is here as well. Gragas is coming down as well, but so is Fungus Fungus. This could be a massive 4v4 here. But there is no Vexel as well, so a massive ultimate is taken out of the deck for Clark Red here. And it's going to be Chemtech Dragon, that Florida Tech starting up. Gonna pull it out, and I don't think, without the Vexel, there's not much you can do. Yeah, I think they're just gonna give it away. The Chemtech Dragon, second Dragon here for Florida Tech. Oh, what soul will it be? If it's Infernal Soul, it'd be very bad. And it is Infernal Soul. Oh, Jono here, maybe he can look for something. He's speeding himself up. Boom, hook. Oh, he barely misses. Ormino's barely out of range. Oh my! The Orianna QW with the Comet absolutely nukes Mackerdoodle on the Milio. And yeah, I mean, Orianna is level 10. The completed Ludens has 2 Darksteel stacks as well. Florida Tech solo laner is doing very well so far. Dipanator, lots of CS, lots of farm. But this Scion is also going to be very, very tanky. It's going to be very, very hard to cut him down if you don't have a magic damage, or like a consistent amount of magic damage. He is building lots of armor. Well, he's gonna be building armor, I assume. Potential 2v2 in the mid lane happening here. The Vex Shadow Surge does miss, sorry. Pizza the Cat gonna run away from Reset here. Jono and Instinct backing here in the bot lane now. If Instinct does not have Gale Force, is he going Gale Force or Kraken on this Reset? Okay, Gale Force. If he did not have his Mythic on that back, that would have been a very, very not good, because you're gonna be stuck in lane for a bit more time before you get it. It looks like here Uzi has to be careful. He has flash up, but Fungus Fungus is actually queuing over the wall, not allowing. I mean, you know, Fungus Fungus was maybe looking for the flash predict there. I mean, Uzi knows that if Fungus Fungus lands a shockwave, he's just dead because Dipanator will pile on top of it along with his Xin Zhao. So Fungus Fungus trying to, you know, maybe predict Uzi's flash. Because if Fungus Fungus just threw out the Q directly on Uzi would have flashed. So, some mind games going on, but in the end, Florida Tech will pick up the second Herald. Zoom has the Blade of the Ruin King, and Heartsteel as well picked up for iHeart Grew, so he's going to start stacking even more HP. And Gragas is here as well for this dive, but look, Fungus Fungus is trying to cover it. They do have a ward, so they didn't know that that dive was going to happen. And Reset here, going to drop the Herald in the mid lane, and look at that Scion damage. The Heartsteel just bonked him. Reset just taking the wave in classic jungler fashion. Take the whole wave behind the laner's back, and it looks like Reset has to be Reset has to be careful here. Yeah, Uzi is TPing in with a Shadow Surge. He's gonna miss. Fungus Fungus is coming up as well. Dipanator, ooh, barely getting away with that as well. Fungus Fungus is here. Uzi might have to be careful here. Reset, okay. The last breath as well with the Shockwave as well. And meanwhile on the bot lane, the Leo ult goes down, and I think the last Kog'Maw auto attack there killed Instinct. Instinct used everything. Flash, Gale Force, Ghost, and his ult. And this is the cross map. Oh, Jono hooking up here. Macrodoodle. Macrodoodle. Might have to be careful. Oh, the shield is barely going to save him. Pizza the Cat tanking up some more. Ooh, brought down very low. Gragas passive. Gonna give him some HP. W as well, giving him some resistances. Jono as well. Ooh, okay. Almost got a little spicy there. And that's the cross map that we've seen. Florida Tech have been playing almost pretty much exclusively to the top side of the map. Reset has been in top side jungle so often. And Pizza the Cat prioritizing, trying to get his Kog'Maw ahead. And, I mean, his Kog'Maw is very strong. 3-0. Blade of the Ruined King completed, going for the Ginsus now. And, I mean, the Vex, I mean, Uzi looks like he's going for the Everfrost as well. So, just looking to help out his Kog'Maw a bit more. And I like the Mercs from Fungus Fungus as well. Mercury Tread's going to be very, very helpful into all of Clark's champions, to be quite frank. Especially the Gragas and the Vex, right? That's just kind of obvious. The amount of CC and, you know, magic damage they have. Scion CC as well. Kog'Maw has magic damage in his kit. The Milio burn as well from her passive. I mean, it's just, the Mercs are just really good in this game, and Reset has them as well. Dragon, third dragon I think is coming up here. Infernal Soul Point if Florida Tech gets it, which would be massive here. And Jono, ooh, Pizza the Cat. Ooh, is that a blind hook? It doesn't matter here. Doesn't matter if that was blind or not, but Pizza the Cat, right before Infernal Dragon spawns, gets hooked by Jono. And that's why Blitzcrank can be quite frustrating to play against in the mid-game. One mistake against like a Blitzcrank or a Thresh or a Pike. More Blitzcrank than all those other champions, but like one mistake against that champion in the mid-game, and it's not very fun. You just die. And Florida Tech now, on Infernal Soul Point, they are looking very, very strong in this game here. Pressuring this bot lane tower is here as well, forcing Uzi off the tower. And they're gonna keep pushing. I mean, Clark, they just have to hold out. They need to hold for Scion and Kog'Maw. If Scion and Kog'Maw can fight together, it's not too shabby for them. And it looks like Reset has found Pizza the Cat again here. Ooh, the third knockup. The third Q knockup is gonna get the ult for him. It looks like Scion is ulting in here from base. I don't think he has an angle though. Does he have an angle? He's coming in. Oh, he hit the tower. Boom. The Scion train. The Scion bus lands on the bot tower here, and Fungus Fungus sieging mid lane as well. Oh my. The damage is that's a lot of damage from the Orianna. The Kog'Maw, you know, the thing with Kog'Maw is he's very, very strong right now. It's just that he needs like an environment to team fight in. And he doesn't have that right now. I mean, actually, he kind of does. He does. Take that back. If Kog'Maw can get like Ginsus and I don't know what other item he'll build, maybe like a shield bow or a mythic. Then there's a chance. There's a chance. If you can get some shutdowns as well, there's a lot of potential shutdowns that you could grab inside of Florida Tech, but I don't think there's going to be much fighting. I mean, Florida Tech, Baron just spawned. Maybe they just try to force that, try to turn on Clark, and just try to end the game like that. Or, you know, Florida Tech could play the safer route and just farm for 4 more minutes, wait for the Infernal Dragon or for Infernal Soul to come up, and then just force Clark to fight there. I just feel sad watching Uzi here trying to take the Krugs. Especially since you have like the reduced damage. Actually, was that? I don't know if that was removed. But earlier this season, when they did the jungle changes with like the new Pokemon, they made it so that as well, it's basically harder for laners to take the camps. You saw there Uzi was struggling a bit with that last big Krug. Fungus Fungus does have TP. He's going to be side laning in the bot lane. And oh, Jono! Almost landing another hook onto Pizza the Cat. Posturing around Baron. Fungus Fungus just lying in wait for Uzi. He's gonna get the shockwave onto him. So much damage off of the Everfrost and the Fear. Uzi, I mean, he will not flash. I mean, even if you flash though, you're still dead. So that's a good call there. Sometimes it's always better to just, if you know you're dead, no matter what, to just not flash, because then you're just wasting flash, right? And off of that, I mean, Florida Tech, they can start this up. They have Fungus. He has his TP. Probably a base in TP here. Fungus with 2 completed items, level 13 as well. Super strong, and Flortech are melting this with Jin Zhao, Yasuo, and with Xayah. And they're going to take that Baron for free. And it looks like Pizza the Cat has to be careful here. Never mind, he's outie. He's outie. I thought that Jono was going to try to chase him down for a second there. And actually, Fungus looking for something here. Oh my. I mean, it is Milio, right? Not the tankiest champion in the game, but yeah, it's just a lot of damage. Okay, Zoom. Good news for Clark. He has completed his Rage Blade. The thing is, he is not very tanky in a fight. He has a lot of DPS, but he's not very tanky. Oh, Pizza the Cat. Oh, a hook onto Uzi here. He's forced to flash away. The Gragas ult as well is going to catch. I think Fungus forced to flash away. Reset going in. Gonna use the Zinzao ult. Charge from the Sion. And in goes Vex as well. Uzi going to get knocked up again. He's going to go down here to Instincts. And then meanwhile, in the backline, I think Fungus did a 2-man shockwave. And Dipanator was able to go on top of that. Triple kill for Dipanator. And yeah, quadra kill for Dipanator. And I think off of that Florida Tech, at 22 minutes in, 14k gold advantage with Baron. This was a very fast game. And honestly, both teams had a game plan. Both teams had a game plan. And I like Clark's game plan. With the Sion, you can do a lot of cheeky stuff, like you can see in pro play. Sion, you can do like cheeky stuff like the jungle, utilizing the Sion passive, but the Sion Q in the bush, forcing those flashes, and then Pizza the Cat pathing pretty well. I mean, that was part of their plan. Pathing, he went like what? Raptors red, Krugs into the bot lane gank. And, you know, he did get a double kill for his Kog'Maw, but in the end it was not enough. It was not enough, and yeah, the solo laners of Florida Tech, along with a Reset. I mean, Reset had so much presence in mid lane. Uzi, whenever Uzi tried to do anything, Reset was in there. But I think we're gonna take a little break before game 2. So yeah, don't go anywhere.
happen.
Welcome back, everyone, to Clark University Red versus Florida Tech Varsity here. Florida Tech, very strong performance in game 1, 22-minute game. And now they're on the blue side here, and Clark University banning away the Zins out from reset. Well, draft already happened. They're just going to go in pick order, but talk about drafts once they've all picked everything. Once they've picked everything, and it is going to be the Jono for Dipanator. He is quite a fan of the Jono and Yasuo champions. And inside the draft, he was actually hovering Jax. Maybe Jax. I mean, Jax into Gwen. I don't know. I don't know top lane matchups that well, except for like the obvious ones. But Jax, I think, can beat Gwen. I think it's actually pretty hard for Gwen to win that one. But just has scout for the Jono and pizza the count on his Maokai. Most played champion, I think highest win rate champion as well. So see how he performs on that. Maokai jungle was very, very strong a couple patches ago, but it got pretty, not gutted, but nerfed a lot with the demonic embrace changes, along with just the demonic embrace changes, to be honest. I think he also just got some of his damage touched, or his kit touched, like nerfed. But yeah, it's gonna be Cho'Gath mid for Fungus Dungus. I like the Cho'Gath mid. He's been starting to play it a lot more, and whenever he gets the Cho'Gath mid, you know, it's a champion that you don't expect to just absolutely pop off. It has so much sustain in lane. The Cho'Gath Carnivore passive is actually quite disturbing. It's quite disturbing, honestly, the amount of sustain that he has. Because if you go AP Cho'Gath as well, you just queue the back line and you just get your passive for free. You just get, like, I don't know, like literally 200 HP. It's pretty insane. So lots of sustain for him in lane. And he has lots of setup as well with the Jarvan to catch maybe Cassio and Caitlyn. But other than that, I think both team comps are pretty solid. I mean, once again, Clark University have just full magic damage on their top side. I mean, they literally have 4 magic damage champions. Gwen, Maokai, Cassio, and Karma gonna be relying on this Caitlyn to be outputting that physical damage for you inside fights and skirmishes. On the other side, Florida Tech Instinct again on the Xayah. This time, Jono is going to get his Braum. Going to be a little bit more helpful against the Caitlyn inside lane. And now that Xinja was banned, I think, yeah, reset on the Jarvan. I don't think I've seen reset play Jarvan. Maybe once? I don't know. I haven't, maybe in an official match? I don't know. But yeah, Orianna and Yasuo were also banned away in the second round. It was pretty oppressive, that gameplay that Florida Tech had, where Dipanator would get the wave shoved in, come mid lane, Orianna shockwave, dead mid laner. Pretty deadly gameplay there that they had. And also, I wonder does Clark have something they're cooking up here? I mean, they had this with Sai on top lane. You can do a lot of like cheesy early game stuff, some cheeky stuff to get yourself ahead. Like you can go inside the jungle. You can do what they did as well. Go inside the bot lane and just wait there. But they have a very oppressive bot lane. Caitlyn Karma. It's not something like Kate Lux or like Kate Morg. The Caitlyn Karma, though, lots of range and lots of poke and lots of damage. Although Caitlyn was nerfed, so she's kind of like fallen out in priority in terms of ADCs. So we'll see. She does have some synergy as well with the Maokai roots. Can lay the traps down. I think you have enough time. I'm pretty sure you do have enough time to... You should have enough time to put down the trap with Maokai roots, but... Cassio as well, I actually like the pick into Jono and Jarvan. Can be, you know, it basically denies Yone. Wait, does it? Well, okay, Jono E still goes back no matter what. But like Dipanator will not be able to cancel his E whenever he wants. He'll just if he's under the Cassio W, the miasma, but yeah. It's gonna be a little bit annoying for him, and of course the Jarvan. Lots of engage potential, especially against, I mean, Immobile champions. I mean, Gwen and Caitlyn both have, you know, they can both get out of the Cataclysm. But the Maokai, I mean, the Cassio not so much. Maokai can maybe like W out or something. But yeah, just gonna wait up here. I'll just wait to get into the game, to be honest. Not much. I don't think that there's much more to talk about the draft. Both junglers have a lot of access to early game, you know, Jarvan and Maokai. Especially with Cho'Gath as well. Jarvan you'd be able to do a lot if he chooses to gank mid. Braum, I mean, Braum is not like the best support for setting up ganks, but landing the slow, getting the Braum stacks could potentially lead into a kill. So we'll just see how the game goes, honestly. Quite excited for this game too. Maybe Clark University have another cheeky thing up their sleeve. Here we go. Into game 2, baby. And it looks like Florida Tech just doing a little quickie 5-stack. Making sure no entries to their jungle are left unguarded. Pizza the Cat choosing to go phase rush. Ooh, Dipanator. The Karma Q lands on him. Dipanator taking so much damage. He's gonna be forced to flash away, yeah. There goes Dipanator's flash. And that is even worse knowing that he has Ignites. If he gets ganked again and dies with no flash and he does not have TP, it could be very, very bad for him. Probably lose a lot. Could lose a lot of CS and XP and all that. So Pizza the Cat really likes starting Raptors, and personally as a jungler as well, I think Raptor start is very, very viable if you have a lot of AoE. Maokai Gragas can do it. What other champs can do it? I mean, just a lot of junglers can just start Raptors, and just go for a little 3 camp or 4 camp into something. Especially as Maokai, you do have access to a lot of you can gank lanes. It looks like Reset. He's not here for any BS. Red into level 2 gank as Jarvan. It's the classic Jarvan special, to be honest. It is the Jarvan special. Ooh, Dipanator. I heart Gru is going to be dodging away. And I think that Reset got spotted when he was like walking forward. He like walked into the lane out of the bush and got spotted and was not able to get that level 2 gank off here. And now I think Pizza the Cat, yeah, went for the Raptors into the Krugs and now for the red buff. Meanwhile on the bot lane, Florida Tech starting to build up their wave here. Fungus Dungus has the wave on his side of the map, or on the side of the lane. Kind of hard to see us under the tower. It looks like Pizza the Cat is kind of covering for a gank here. Maybe he knows that Jarvan wants to go for a gank and he's sort of sitting there, and I think that he's gonna find... Oh, he saw Reset. While sitting in that bush, I think he saw Reset, and they're also going to spot each other. So both junglers have been spotted out. Both teams know which side of the map the junglers are on. So Uzi's going to ward that top side. I think Florida Tech, yeah, they crashed their wave into bot lane, and they're going to get a nice little reset here off for Instinct. Maybe he goes for like a Cole. Yep, there it is, the Cole. And oh my god, I was talking about items, but Dipanator just doing Yone things, the classic Yone. 100 to 0 you with the E. Fun stuff. And Fungus Lung is here. He was trying to hold the wave, but 2 minions went to the tower. He's glad taking some. He can trade a bit. He has the Doran Shield and his Carnivore passive, as you see. He is going to be healing up a decent amount. And a reset, I think, is going to get spotted, yeah, in the war by this river, so... Will Uzi see this? Yeah. Uzi's going to be forced to back off a little bit. Doesn't matter, though, because the wave's shoving back into him. Oh, Maokai in the mid lane looking for something, I think. Ooh, lots of trading from Uzi there. Uzi completely drying out his mana bar. Gonna chunk Fungus Fungus to about half HP. Fungus Fungus as well doing lots of trading back as well. He has the health potion ticking and he has his passive as well to sustain it. Like Dipanator just going onto iHeart Gru here. iHeart Gru, yes, I mean Dipanator has the fully stacked lethal tempo and iHeart Gru gonna be forced to pop the ghost. Dipanator going a little bit here. iHeart Gru actually taking Dipanator to low HP as well. Ooh, another rupture, barely almost hitting there. And it looks like Reset spots out Pizza the Cat on his Raptors. Pizza the Cat potentially maybe over the Raptors wall. Looking for a flash in. Not as an oh, Uzi here. Let's be careful. Gonna put down the miasma. Pizza the Cat going on to Reset here. Reset, I mean, he has flash. Fungus Lungus has no mana. Fungus Lungus maybe going back onto Uzi a bit. And nothing much is gonna come out of this. Macrodoodle as well roaming up. Jono as well is here. The classic in the mid lane. Just everyone just shows up to mid. I mean, honestly, at this point, mid lane is not even a solo role anymore. Just everyone shows up. And well, Instinct's going for this little 1v1 here onto Zoom. Ooh, Zoom. That was a nice trap. Instinct almost ran into that, but dodged away at the last second. As I was saying, not as explosive as an early game as last game. And well, Zoom, he's going to be forced to pop the ghost as well. Can he get the stun off from the Braum? Oh, they're going to maybe get it. Wait a minute. Instinct, just be careful. They both have Braum stun off. And ooh, Instinct. They ignite. The Airy. He unironically lived because of Nullifying Orb. I have not seen that rune in 3 million years, to be quite frank. But Nullifying Orb just saved him. And honestly, Nullifying Orb is not even bad this game, right? 4 magic damage. I think he took it last game as well, if I remember correctly. Nullifying Orb, not too shabby, honestly, versus 4 magic damage champions. And it did save him in that it just saved them there. And Instinct with a kill in the bot lane. Ooh, froze for a second. This is the power of Cho'Gath as well. He has his Lost Chapter. He's gonna hit you with Ruptures like over and over again. It's quite annoying. Ooh, Jono gonna get his reset stopped here. Pizza the Cat. I mean, look at this. The Cho'Gath is just queuing you over and over again with Arcane Comet. Like, he's gonna flash it. I think he's gonna... Yeah, and... Okay, honestly, that is looking not very fun to play against. Meanwhile, Dipanator gonna ignite him up. Ooh, gonna land the ult as well. I mean, iHeart Gru. He has no Ghost and no E, so he's not gonna be able to dodge away. 2-0 for Dipanator to the top lane. On the other hand, though, they know that Jono and Jono and Instinct both backed off that bot play, so they're gonna start up the dragon. But Reset is here. Gonna say thanks for the mini leash. He's gonna say give me this infernal. That's what Xavier is taking a lot of damage, and with that Karma Q as well, he's be taking very low. Actually, flash in. Good flash there from Pizza the Cat, gonna take him down. Where Fungus Lungus has no feast. Fungus Lungus has no flash as well. Jono gonna jump in, doing so much with that shield, blocking a lot, but the traps. Zoom trying to flash in to try to take down Fungus Lungus. The Q is not gonna land. Reset. Oh. Yeah. Wait a minute. What is okay. Zoom, I think, died to the dragon? No, Jono queued and then flashed over the wall, but in the end, I mean, Fungus Lungus was in the pit with no flash, and an Instinct tried to help out as well, but Uzi was just there. And in the end, not too shabby for Clark. They're going to be getting themselves that Infernal Dragon, so lots more damage for them. And they're also going to be grabbing some kills. The Maokai now 2-0. Pizza the Cat, I think, yeah, building towards that Demonic Embrace, most likely, with that Giant Spell. The classic. Top laners just duking it out, brawling it out, and everything else is happening on the bot side of the map. And here, Dipanator, good patience on his key. Okay, I mean, yeah, there's not much you can do. Liked how Dipanator played that though. He had a little bit of patience on his second Q, making sure that, because Gwen's W, her can't be targeted or invulnerable or whatever. Ooh. Caitlyn ult, ace in the hole, gonna be blocked by instinct. Right, so Gwen's W can only be like moved once. So you just have, so Dipanator was just like, he had a little bit of patience on his Q, on his knockup, Wind Tornado. Waited for iHeartGrew to move his W and then was able to go for the Q. Basically guaranteeing that you got the knockup. And here's your Instinct flashing onto Macrodoodle here. Macrodoodle forced to flash away. Instinct is going to go down here with the trap. Zoom maybe gets a double kill. The Q as well. Yep, it is. So it's going to be a double kill. And I think Instinct got a little too aggressive there. He flashed for that. Dungus. Gets his Q dodged by Uzi. The reset going to grab the Heralds. And I think at this point, Florida Tech, they have to be looking to play around Dipanator here, who is monstrously ahead of this Gwen. And on the other side, once again, Zoom also monstrously ahead of Instincts in the bot lane. Oh. Instinct, unfortunately, might get caught here on his way back to lane. He's going to root up. Yeah, I mean, he gets his Feather Storm down. I think he rooted up 2 people. Almost killed Macrodoodle and Zoom, but in the end, Pizza the Cat will grab the kill. Man, that just puts you even further behind, honestly. I mean, you got the Cole on your first back, but you only have any stacks on your first back. I mean, you've just been under so much pressure. I mean, that Dragon fight was not very favorable for Florida Tech. It kind of lost all the tempo that Instinct had. And now with the completed Demonic Embrace, Pizza the Cat 3-0 on the Maokai. Herald was dropped top lane as well. Gonna grab that first tower for Dipanator, giving him lots of more gold. Lots of more gold? Lots more gold. Yeah, I mean, Dipanator is looking pretty big. He has the completed Shield Boat. Zoom also has the completed Kraken Slayer.
Calibrating. Exit.
Zoom getting taken out a lot of damage from the Xayah Feathers. It is level 8 though to Instinct's level 6, and he has to be careful here. Zoom has to speed up. Jono gonna be eating up that Caitlyn net, make sure the headshot doesn't go through. And here, iHeartGrew once again gonna get found by Dipanator. Dipanator is so much damage. I think iHeartGrew is gonna go down as well with the Ignite and the fully stacked with the Temple. Yeah, and I Pizza the Cat gonna flash in here on to Instinct. Oh, the Cataclysm gonna go down, and the Cataclysm is gonna get okay. Shut down. Wait. Okay, the Rupture almost landed there. Reset, I think, failed his combo to try to catch Macrodoodle, but in the end, I mean, Pizza the Cat, he went in. He sent it. I respect it. He was caught. He's caught in that bush there by Reset, and, you know, just said, okay, I'm just gonna go in. Ults in. I think he flashes into Instinct. Unfortunately, was not able to kill Instinct, but I think, yeah, he did get the kill onto Jono. Jono, I think, on the other side, did put down the Braum ults. Was able to get the kill on Caitlyn off of that. Oh, can he get the kill on the Uzi here? Oh, Uzi. The Cassia movement speed. Saving him from that Rupture. Pizza the Cat covering mid lane, making sure that Uzi is safe and sound. Uzi does have the flash and the Petrifying Gaze, so not much is going to happen in that mid lane, but let's look at the Dragon now. Florida Tech gonna take away this Ocean Dragon. Maybe they give the Feast Stack to Cho'Gath. Boom. Give that away to him. Cho'Gath is eating good. Lane swap Dipanator into bot lane. Dipanator level 11 in this game. Fungus does have flash. So, you know, he could be chilling if he ever gets ganked. He does have a lot of HP as well from the Cho'Gath ult stacks, plus his build path. So, yeah, they're going to rotate Instinct into the mid lane here. Gonna let Fungus TP back up to the top lane, and we're back to farming until next dragon. The classic. I'm kidding. Maybe they fight. Maybe they fight for something. Maybe they get a pick. In terms of scaling, both teams have pretty good. I mean, Gwen, Cassio. It's a lot of scaling right there. Cho'Gath, lots of scaling as well. Well, it's capped because of his ults, but, you know, the amount of ult stacks he can get. Ooh. Can get a little cheeky Braum key onto Uzi. Not going to lead too much, though, and I like Uzi's build here. The Rod of Ages. Wait a minute, Dipanator going to land the ult onto Zoom. Zoom forced to use his Ghost and flash away. Can Dipanator get the last Q? And I mean, what can you do? He flashes and ghosts away. Yone catches up to him. No counterplay. Ooh, Fungus landing a little rupture here onto the Gwen. I heart Gru. Gonna be using his own needlework here. Fungus. Ooh, gonna be brought pretty low here actually. Gonna silence him up. Lands. Ooh, almost actually lands that last rupture here. Fungus has to be careful here. I heart Gru gonna be autoing. I think he's autoing there to try to get cooldown reduction. And nope. I heart Gru gonna get feasted by Fungus along with the Jarvan Cataclysm, so yeah, Iheart Gru is not having a fun one this game. Almost got to kill Fungus there, but Reset was there to save the day. Oh, Dipanator, he's gonna get collapsed on here. 4 people on him and he just uses E. This could be very bad for him. I mean, he has no ult, he has flash. He's probably going to die here. They're going to give the kill over to Uzi, I think. Then use the Petrifying Gaze and the Ace in the hole for the shutdown. So Zoom getting his get back there. I mean, there was 4 members. 4 members that came down to kill him. And, you know, Lordtech going to hit the mid tower. Maybe they might even get the mid tower here. As soon as it hits it one more time. Nice. Going to grab that mid tower. And I mean, honestly, it's I think that stole was not too shabby for Clark. Getting the shutdown on onto Yone, giving that over to the Caitlyn. I mean, Caitlyn or Cassio, any of those, both of those champions, giving the shutdown to them would have been the most ideal situation. Even if you lose mid tower, you know, it was bound to happen. And now we're just waiting for the next dragon, the classic, the League of Legends experience. We make a play in side lane, or we wait for dragon. Which one will it be? Saw there, Clark took advantage of Dipanator by himself in the side lane. They knew that Reset and Fungus were topside because they just killed the Gwen, so good on them to get that little roam play. Oh my gosh, Dipanator. That's the power of Yone. Once you're ahead, you just put your E all the way back in lane, you just walk forward, you can clear the wave for free, and you get out for free. Yep. Ooh, beats the cat actually. His presence there alone was enough to scare off Dipanator. I mean, they didn't know where Caitlyn was. I don't think Zoom had showed on mid-wave. They didn't know where Zoom was, and I don't think they didn't know where Macrodoodle was as well, because they both didn't show on mid-wave. So, forcing out the Yone ult there. But now Dipanator has the Infinity Edge. Dragon's coming in a minute here. I think Dipanator will probably have his ult up here for this dragon. 1 minute. Fungus does not have his feast readily available. Oh, wait a minute. Jono here. Maokai ult lands on 2. Another storm goes down as well. Two-man Cataclysm from Reset flashing out as well. Dipanator in there. Gwen as well in there as well. Dipanator forced to go back. Fungus gonna be ever crossing them up. Three-man Rupture as well. Reset going back in. Gale Force for him. Double kill for the Yone. Another Rupture almost lands. Uzi is forced to flash away. Oh my gosh, he almost goes down. Uzi 1 HP. Herald goes down for Florida Tech, and just like that, Florida Tech exploding the game. And what looked like a good play from Pizza. I mean, he had a little bit of an angle there with the Maokai twisted advance. The Maokai ult there. He had a good angle. He did land on 2, but the Cataclysm from Reset was really nice. Two-man Cataclysm. Flashes out of it as well. And as well, Fungus in that sort of like the mid of that fight was able to get a 3-man Rupture. And yeah, now you're looking at Dipanator, who is 7-1 on the Yone. And they're going to give that feast stack over. And now it is a second Dragon for Florida Tech. Nothing to worry about, to be honest. I mean, it is still a Mount, or it's a Winsole. Ooh, I heard Brew almost going down here. Fungus needs to be careful here. Gonna get blocked. Oh, can they go for it? Reset saving his teammate. Fungus is to go down to Casio passive. Oh my, good guy Reset. Wait, is Fungus still dead? Oh my, the silence is good. Oh, okay. Okay, the Maokai, Pizza the Cat, wanted that kill. He really wanted that kill. The silence was good, but I mean, Pizza the Cat just said, Pizza the Cat basically said, like, I'm in too deep. I'm just gonna keep going. He gets the kill, but he goes down for it. And in the end, I mean, Florida Tech still up. Dipanator still 7-1 on the Yone. Zoom almost towards the Infinity Edge. Instinct, I think, is fairly started on his Navori. Okay, wait a minute. Macrodoodle. Braum Passer goes down as well. So much damage from Instinct. He's able to just stand behind the Braum because of his shield, and Macrodoodle will go down. Can Florida Tech force Baron off of that? I mean, it's no karma. If it wasn't something like Pizza the Cat dying there, it would have been a little bit more disastrous, but yeah, due to Baron being up. I think Florida Tech are just, yeah, they're just dancing around, waiting for the Fungus to TP in. Fungus, if they wanted, Florida Tech want to be super safe, they wait for the Cho'Gath Feast, which I think is about to be up here. So yeah, they're just going to play it super safe. They're actually going to back off. Fungus. Yeah, they know that Karma just respawned. Oh, another Rupture on Pizza the Cat. Yes, be careful here, Pizza the Cat. He's going to be able to go down. Yeah, he's going to go back in. He'll go down a 2-man stun there from the Petrifying Gaze of Uzi. And another Rupture lands onto Zoom. Yone ults in, and Zoom is going to go down here. Macrodoodle forced to flash away. Gale Force in on the other side from Instinct. And there goes the Cataclysm. Going to bring down... Wait, who did he kill there? On the lines? Going to bring down Zoom. Or... Wait. I'm blind, and I have short-term memory loss. Florida Tech grabbing the inhib, and yeah, I mean, the Cho'Gath landing those Ruptures, was able to get those picks for his team, and now it's going to be a Baron. And Fungus has Rupture up again. He used it in that fight, and he has it up again for the Baron. Although, I mean, actually, yeah, it's a bit too late to start Baron. You have the Cassio, who's already at a base. Fungus just... Now, if they wanted to... Usually what happens is that if teams like what Florida Tech just did there, if they extended a bit too much and they had backed super late, since Clark University had more tempo on the map, they just came out of base, right? Clark University potentially could have started up the Baron there, but... Maybe they're just too afraid, but... You can give away Barons like that, especially against like a Cassio. Like even the Gwen's gonna do Maybe. Actually, the Gwen does a decent amount of damage to the Baron with the Nashers. So does Maokai, Calcio, and obviously Caitlyn as well. And looks like we might get a Baron fight here. Uzi has TP. In case anything goes wrong. Ooh, Dipanator going for something. There's wards in the pit. Fungus looking to poke over the wall. They have... I think Fungus is trying not to hit. They wait for the Cho'Gath Feast. Cho'Gath Feast is coming up now, so they have it now. Good 3-man knock up, and it looks like... Ooh, Dipanator... Ooh, reset. Oh my gosh, the Baron almost got stolen there. Pizza the Cat in there, and then Jono as well absolutely shreds through their HP bars. And Fungus, wait, he's getting hit over the wall by Caitlyn. He has to be careful. He lands that Rupture. Ace in the hole, I think, is going to bring him down. Yep. Ace in the hole will kill him. Uzi trying to kite here. Flashes over the wall, but he flashes straight into Dipanator. And Florida with the Baron. They have a wave in mid lane. Zoom trying to get out of there. I think Griff's going to stop him. Yeah, I think Zoom's going to go down. No sums. The ace for Florida Tech. And with the Baron in the mid lane, Florida Tech will win the game. And honestly, I mean, it was a good bait. It was a good Baron bait. The Baron, I think, was very close to being stolen. The Baron was very close. I heard Gru went in, and the Maokai ult from Pizza the Cat was good as well. But in the end, Reset grabbed that Baron, and Florida Tech wins game 2. Yeah, 2-0 victory from Florida Tech over Clark University. And honestly, I mean, Clark University looked pretty well prepared. Their Pizza the Cat had a pretty solid game plan, prioritizing trying to get his Caitlyn ahead, trying to get Zoom ahead, and his Zoom was pretty strong. But what can an ADC do versus an 11-1 Yone? Not much is the answer. Not much. But with that, I think Florida Tech are on to the finals now, I'm pretty sure, which is going to be next Wednesday. So yeah, next Wednesday evening. If you can't make it, you can't make it. I know. Finals next week. I know, for all the Florida Tech students, best of luck on all your finals next week. And yeah, thanks again for everyone for hopping in the stream tonight. Again, best of luck on all your finals next week, and have a great rest of your weekend.